Hi everyone. Today I want to share my thoughts about finding inner strength because me and every other single person on earth goes through ups and downs in life because life is like that, and we know it's not always sunshine. Things shift, and that's normal. And when we get to those lower points, it is very easy to forget that this is also a part of the journey, because highs and lows both are part of life experience. And I'm trying to stop labeling them as a good or bad, because life is both and life is just ease. I feel like there's so much pressure nowadays about staying positive, trying to be happy, be motivated, be strong. But in reality, life doesn't work that way. I used to think that being strong meant to be being unshaken. But now I believe that strength is more about how you handle things and how you carry yourself being shaken. Inner strength is not always about pushing hard or being loud that you're okay when you're not okay. It's not always something that you can see. I think it's more about making the decision to keep going when it's very easy to give up. To be honest, most of my strongest moments in life, they doesn't look like achievements at all. They look more like getting out of the bed when you don't want to, or asking for help when you thought that you can, handle everything yourself. Have I found my inner strength? Some days, yes, but some days not at all. I think finding inner strength is not a destination. It's not something you get and you keep it forever. I think it's more of relationship with yourself that you always have to build up. And sometimes you feel connected with it, and sometimes it feels somewhere very far away. Also, I think that inner strength is not always pushing or forcing yourself to go through things. Sometimes it's just not falling into complete despair. When you're on the edge of sadness or maybe even depression, and you just go and you still brush your teeth, you prepare yourself a nice warm meal, you go and answer that one message, and all these little things. Not falling apart completely, I think it is already kind of a power there. Also, strength is when you can allow yourself to just rest, pause, and say, I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow again. When I'm going through days like this, and things that help me to connect with my inner strength is basically all those things that I'm talking about here in my channel, is meditation, is doing 20 minutes of silence. Yoga helps a lot with overthinking, reading the right books, going for short walks, doing my journal, even if it's a mess. Talking to people that supports, people who reminds me who I am. All those little things they are enough sometimes. And I just want to remind you that if some of you are going through those like weak moments right now, it just means that you're alive and you're living life. And I think what is very important to understand is that those periods like this is when the real growth happening, because when everything feels perfect, we just float, we celebrate, and sometimes we don't even pay attention so much. But on the lower days, we really understand what matters, about yourself, about others, about life overall. So that's why I would say don't try to rush through those moments, because those moments, they're not just something to survive, they are shaping you into something deeper and wiser, and they will definitely pass. Just remember that. So just keep going bit by bit, and that is already enough. That's what I think. Thank you.